Hello, it's your boy, Sprink. I made a thing. Now it's kind of covered in bullshit, and the legs need to be wiped down, but I made a D&D table. There we go. Wiped off some of that extra junk. Got the stuff off of it so we can actually look at this thing now before we get into all the little build snippets. Yeah. All these are little hand-cut aluminum plugs because I didn't have anything better to cut them with, so I had to sit there and cut 169 of them by hand. They're all flush and shiny. There it goes. I like the little brushed look it's got. It's got a wax finish. Don't really know what this material is. I just got it at Home Ec. Let's see, yeah, you can see some of the texture now. But yeah, it's kind of felty. Made this little shitty dice tray for rolling in. And over here, it's got like a little cubby that you can choose to use or lose, depending on the kind of session. Yeah, all my other furniture fits underneath it. And it's a perfect little standing height table for playing D&D. Yep. Well, it has begun. The table build for D&Disms. Gonna be acacia wood. Yes. It's not a veneer either. That's all joined acacia. It's gonna be neat. Gonna be heckin' neat. Where's my good sketch? There. That's what I'm going off of. That's the rough gist of it. Nice, nice, nice. Shmoo, nice. Looking great. Fuck! Nice, 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 nice. God fucking damn it! Oh, nice, 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 nice. All right, well, I just learned a fun lesson. If you pre-drill the pilot hole before you go in with the countersink bit, it will grab and pull itself through at such a rate that it just chunks it out. But if you don't, they all come out looking really nice. So yeah, I just ruined this like $30 piece of wood. I'm not salty at all. I'm not upset. No, definitely not. All right, well, I'm on the cell phone now because this thing won't stop doing this. Super fun, super great. So, literally gonna wait for it to die. Got a new toy though, because I completely fucked up that piece over there with the other method. So I went and I spent like fucking 40 bucks on this thing because it'll stop at a certain depth, make sure it's perfectly straight up and down us. And yeah, I've also found that I can get a much nicer cut if I use one of these pieces on the end grain to help guide the saw. Makes it faster, makes it nicer. Honestly, quality is up because of that. We're moving right along. Alrighty, she's coming along. I definitely got some fitment issues because, well, I'm not that good at this. But I don't think it's anything that a sander can't fix. So it's like kind of walked out here slightly. So to get that to fit up, I think I'll sand out just a little bit there, suck those in. Same with here. I'm gonna sand out just a bit off of this edge. And what I'm also gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to redo how I did this, because that's all gonna have to scooch in. So I'm probably gonna have like a little lip coming off of this from there with flush sides, because I won't be able to really use a cup holder there. So I'm just gonna do it up on the inside, on the front. And once I get that fitment kosher for these angled pieces, I'll be able to mark exactly where this final 45-degree angle cut pair on that long boy is gonna be. And it'll look nice. God, that is gonna be awesome. Absolutely. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. So, just had a brilliant idea, because I'm tired of looking for my pencil. I'm just gonna get a whole shitload and just put one there and like one here. There we go. And I'll like put one over here by the beer. And I'll put one like there. Yeah. There we go. Now there's pencils everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's a pencil. Fantastic. All right, anyways, getting the fitment a bit better. You know, we're looking at, like with my thumbnail worth of a gap. That corner and this corner are the last hiccups, so to say. Essentially, I'm gonna be leaving that as is. I'm gonna shave that slightly, sand that down. That'll help that suck in. And then I'll also shave off a bit from this tip in this area, because I like that, I like that, I like that. I just don't like that and that. It's a little bit too much to be wood filling. So, yeah. Might end up having to take a little bit off of this one as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, gonna get sanded on that now. It's the Last Supper with a bottle of Bistro brand
Jazz
plastic
Bistro.
bottle wine.
You can feel it. He's so happy at the wheel.
He's driving.
Food. Look, he's like just picking stuff.
Meet, meet, meet. All right, well, still working on getting these joints to all line up. Just making sure everything's actually, you know, coming close enough to where there's just minor gap. Unlike over there where there's like a 1/4 inch gap that walks out from the corner inward. So it's like almost a 1/4 inch. It's like just under, and then it's flush at the tip. So on this one, and I'm sanding out just a sliver. I'm gonna do the same on that one so that they close in. And with that being so far away from that, I'll be able to gain like maybe 1,000th or 2 worth of gap and close up that gap. So should work. I mean, it's not gonna be square necessarily, but it's gonna be so fucking close that you wouldn't be able to tell without a tape measure. And god damn it, I'm going for functionality. Like, it'll work. So, yeah, it's almost midnight, and that's all I've been doing for a little while now. Just sand and sand and sand. I'm a fucking genius. Look at that. Nice little clamp up action. Love to see it. Look at all those tabletops, though. Ooh, wow. Work, 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 baby. Work, work, work. This time, smarter, not harder. Yay, more progress. Modified that just a little bit more. I realized that one of those wasn't quite square, so I miter sawed it down, and now I've gotten this lined up, getting it all squared away. Then we'll go ahead and we'll put these back up and on. We'll tap this right where it belongs, and I'll start putting in some little cross members that'll hold it all in place. In theory, you know how that goes. So yeah, I'm just gonna get those all cut up, get those all put in, get them all buzzed down. It's gonna be tedious but necessary because they've all got to be pretty tight fits. And when I say pretty tight, I mean heckin' tight fits because I can't have that shifting at all in relation to that. I need that to be true to that. That edge is what that is related to, not so much the outside. So if I can pull that off, all of the tops will be nice and squarish and flush. The big thing is flush in the seams. If it's a little out of square by like 3 or 4 degrees, I'm not gonna cry. Oh, hey, there's a good button. So it's gotta be functional and nice and smooth on top. That's the big thing. Carrying on. All right, well, it's kind of janky, but you know what? Like, meeting up okay. You know, for the first time doing this, I feel like I did all right. Yeah. Those big boys are gonna hold everything where it needs to be when I take off these tops. Then I can put in all the joining between the inside and outside, make a bunch of triangles essentially, make it real rigid so that I can then work on putting the tops on. Great success. That is my goal for today. Get that frame done. Then tomorrow, all I do tomorrow is focus on getting all of the holes and countersinks done and then just cutting a shit ton of aluminum plugs. And I mean a shit ton, like a whole shit ton. So yeah, gonna tear this apart and start doing those joins with little sections. All right, end of day 4. I did okay. So it's up on the sawhorses. I've been able to, sand down all these joints. I got all of this in bit. Oh, there's so much sawdust. I managed to get the inner framing in and located with all of these corner joists. Is joist the right word? I don't know. Sanded them all down. They're nice and flat, nice and smooth. Sanded all the corners so that they're nice and flush. Because this one definitely wasn't. But hey, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be functional and at least halfway nice to look at. Now I've also done the relief cut in here. Come here. So that the siding will fit in there with the other piece that can be miter cut at 45 to fit right over top. So yeah, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. Yep. 7 siding pieces, which is what most of that's going to be. The one DM top. I got another of the same size I'm making to a DM screen. And then over there, that huge pile of all the faces. And then this stuff, these are going to become the play area, like the bottom of that. Then I'll be putting in a little piece of trim, recess down just slightly, basically flush with this for the sole purpose of, in the future, getting more of these boards and building slats that'll go right down in there, right over top. That will seal it up quite nice. Yeah, a lot to do, a lot to get done, but we're making big progress, big progress. I mean, really, the hardest part's done. Those, because those all have to be, because I don't have the tools. I got a miter saw. I had a hand saw all of those and then sit there and sand all the imperfections away, make them fit up nice-ish. Took forever. But hey, we're getting there. We're getting there all right. I'm gonna go shower now and get this sawdust out of my sinuses because, boy, I've inhaled a lot of it. That's in my eyeball now. Okay, all right, just fell off my eyebrow. I'm done here. We'll see you for day 5. All right, day 5. Day 5. Your boy fucked up. Super frustrating, honestly. It's super frustrating. I can't get the drill in here to drill the 1/2-inch holes for the big lugs that are gonna hold on those legs. So I gotta cut these out because they're glued. They're glued in there too. Fasteners are out. Glue strong as fuck. So I gotta get those literally cut out, and then I have to like reface surface. This went great though. This worked great. I tell you what, look at how nice that hole is. Look at how nice those are. Those will sand just fine. Absolutely. So yeah, we'll be able to get plugs made, stuff them in, you know, get him just proud, just slightly, sand the fucker down, fuck, zoom out, sand it down nicely. We'll be able to do the same with all of those, and then when we make the siding with all of those. That's a lot of spider webs, Jesus fuck. Yeah, but I gotta fucking cut all of those out now, and I'm actually probably gonna have to get longer bolts, at least 2 longer bolts for that leg, so I might be making another home ec trip. We'll see. Damn shame. That is a damn shame. Oh well. What do? You live and you learn. Boy, I'm learning a lot with this. All right, still day 5. It's kind of a nice day out, actually. We have got 3 of the legs on. I need longer bolts. The 150 mil 1/2-inch lugs weren't gonna make it all the way. They literally go into flush with the like other one. They're like flush with the leg. And I mean, the leg's gonna go here, of course, but still. So I got 3 of them on. After I literally had to cut these in the middle, like cut out a section, and then smack them with a hammer to bust the 2 glued joints out. They're all re-glued, mostly cured. I'm okay with how cured they are, honestly. Like, it's got screws, it's gonna get re-clamped. It's all gonna be fine. There's no sign of it like separating. There's really not much weight on them, but yeah. Once I get these things trued up, I'm basically gonna make sure they're super square. Then I'm gonna put 2 guide blocks just on either side. That'll keep it from torquing. It'll just strengthen it up slightly. I'm gonna use those little bitty, yeah, these little guys. I'm just gonna use these, essentially. Just kind of drill 2 holes and then use that right angle on there to shore them up. Getting closer. I've got legs on it. Glue is curing though. I don't want to mess that up, you know what I mean? Really don't want to completely botch the glue job, make things go out of square and like toed in all funny just because I put weight on it. And it's... There we go. So yeah, bolted in, they're nice and straight with gravity. These are gonna just add a little bit of extra rigidity. They're all glued up with a shit ton of glue on the other side as well. Not a shit ton at least, but enough. There's enough. I didn't get any when I rubbed, but yeah. Just lag bolted together. Nothing crazy, super sturdy, super stiff. Yeah, you love to see that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let this sit here for 2 or 3 hours while I go take a dinner break. Let that glue just set up for a few more hours. But boy, she's looking great. Over on this one, here's how I did this. So it's a ridiculous bolt length, I know. It's so dumb, but I really didn't have any choice. And I had to use these spacers even because there's just smooth. There's no threads patched like this. So like this nut is almost bottomed out. I just added some spacers to suck it in so that I'd have threads all the way to this piece of lumber, this little leg. Yeah. Pretty close to the point of getting this thing on the ground, freeing up my sawhorses so that I can then start working on the siding, getting all those on. By the way, this shit, God, it's just beautiful. The holes are so nice. I cinched it down. God, that thing's got a droop on her. Well, a little bit of a warp issue right here, I guess. But that's fine, because if I spill a drink, it'll run away from me and not that. Run this way, not that way. That's actually fine. Probably just, I don't know. I'll do something. I don't know why it's like that, but it is a visible, it's an angle right here. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know, man. It's pretty minor though. And you know what? I'm not a professional carpenter, and I'm using some pretty ghetto tools. Personally, I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. For just a big dumb bald idiot, doing all right. All right, we'll catch you after dinner. All right, well, I still haven't eaten dinner. It's heating up right now, but while I've been heating it up, I just kind of went moon full head empty, and I was just like, plywood. Yeah, so the thought that I had, at least half of a thought, is I'm gonna come up underneath here, and I'm gonna just draw lines where it needs to be trimmed. All that shiznizzle. So yeah, like that'll essentially be the playing surface. It'll need to be sanded to high hell. Holy fuck will it. And yeah, I'm gonna have to shore it up on the back side and screw in from this side, which is gonna suck. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to finish it somehow. And then I'm also gonna have all these holes and pits, and oh boy, it is looking like I am gonna have to felt this thing. So I think tomorrow I'll go and go to Home Ec and buy some like felty kind of material, I guess. Figure out how much I need. Yeah, because that's fuck ugly. But you know what? We need functional. Doesn't need to be the prettiest. Just needs to be functional. Yeah. Whew, just like me. It's not the prettiest, and it kind of works. Alrighty, more progress. I made the center platform, I guess. Panel? Yeah, panel, I'd call it. Click, damn it. There it goes. So essentially, I had to piece together multiple pieces of scrap plywood to make this. It's okay though, because it's gonna get covered in felt. So basically I'm gonna put a bunch of glue down, I'm gonna brush it out. I'm gonna take a piece of felt, I'm gonna lay it over, I'm gonna roll it out nice and smooth, and then like trim it around the edges, essentially. I'm gonna take, with help of a buddy, gonna go underneath, raise it up with these. So we're gonna have these staged. We're gonna hook it on and then basically use those to jack it up from four corners. Jack it up, tap it into place, cinch it, get nice and tight, and then buzz it in from the bottom with like 100 fucking screws. And then that will be the inner play area essentially finished Tonight though, what I gotta do is I gotta get all these tops on, which is no, that's no short order. It's gonna take me a few hours. Yikes. But we're getting there. Hopefully I'm going to have all these on tonight. Hopefully. Oh my God. It's starting to look like a table. Look at that. There's so much marking up to do because I've got to do all these holes on all of that. But oh, isn't that nice? I can envision it now. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, dipshit A and dipshit B. We've got the background DM. We've got the guy who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And then me, holding it together. Hopefully. Goddamn, Agnes. This is gonna be nice. I like it already. Yes, sir. I sure do. Yes, sir. Kind of wish. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how rambunctious I get, because that could always be an add-on later, doing more of this right in here. Meta, nice. Because I could miter stuff of that size. I learned I can't miter the sides because I want the sides to come down a decent little ways, so it looks nice. I want it to look nice. So nice. There will be little bits of end grain showing here and there, but that's okay. That's okay. Because we're not perfectionists. We only cry at night when it's not. All right, well, if you're wondering, here's how I'm drilling those holes. This thing's got these stops on it with an auger bit in there. You just put the tip, it'll screw itself down and guide the bit. Which you can see here, you know, it comes down to the stops, easy money, 90 degrees, and it's nice and clean. Because it's got these cutters. Oh my God, focus. Focus, you fuck. Got those little cutters on the side. So that, as it's going down, it's taking a circumferential cut before it cuts and scoops the material out. So it's like cutting a circle and then taking the circle out right after. And it makes a clean line. Let's see if I can get a better, yeah, see that cutter? God, glorious little thing. Makes these nice little chips too. I mean, and you can see the chip size is very determined. And it's very, very repeatable. Holy shit. I just did a quick sweep because it's 1 a.m. and I figure still a little pre-cleanup while I kind of keep going until I run out of steam and beer. That is a day's worth of sawdust and chips just from this thing. Like, that is the most I've ever had. I'm fucking killing it over here. All right. It is the end of day 5. 5? 5. Yeah, Wednesday. End of day 5. All I've been doing is this. Let's be honest. So time means nothing. But look at that. She needs some sanding, and I've decided a way I'm gonna hide my fuck up with the squaring. It's gonna be all flush here, right? Then as it goes down the side, each side is gonna open up. And when you come back and you look at it, it kind of has that look of like an arrowhead, and I like that, and that's how I'm going to describe it, and that's how I'm going to hide my fuck up. Because I'm an absolute con artist to myself. Oh no. Anyways, I made a little siding cheater that'll help me space out my lines, and it looks clean. I've got so many little aluminum plugs to cut, but it's gonna look clean. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, can't wait for it to come together. Goddamn. Goddamn, goddamn. Goddamn. Looking great. She is looking great. Gonna be doing a lot of sand filling, you know, where you basically pack a little bit of glue in there, you wipe her with a wet rag, and then you sand like hell. And all that sawdust will create a like impacting on top of the glue. Works out just fine. Push comes to shove, I'll probably also do a wood filler. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I might make my own wood filler. It's not too hard. I don't know. Oh, that's awful. I don't know. But we'll see how she goes. I got high hopes. It's coming out better than I thought it would. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So, I mean, really, if you think you can, just do it. Maybe better than mine. Not a hard bar to reach. Because mine's kind of shit. But it's functional. Wow, look at those glasses. You can tell I've been working there, huh? Day 6. The sun is up. I mean, I've got it all closed up just for noise for the neighbors. And it's time to get this felt on here. So I'm just let her rip with the glue, right? And I'm just gonna use, goddamn, why do you default to that? Go to the wide angle, thank you. Just gonna use this bad boy here as my spatula arm. Yeah, it kind of works. Gonna need to put a lot more glue down. All right, well, I used this sink and it worked pretty good. Just spread her out as evenly as I could, and well, I got a little thin spot right there. Better. All right, then we'll just take and roll her over. Don't crease, thank you. Just like so. Take me, smooth her out. Yes, sir. Give her a little tug. Fantastic. All right, now I'll just go ahead and get some more boards up on here, throw some weights on it, just hold it down nice and flat to help get it to adhere. Very nice. That's gonna look really nice in there. Absolutely. Alrighty, we have entered sanding land, and there's so much sawdust that I couldn't fucking breathe in with a particulate mask. I couldn't see, it was in my eyes, so yeah, let's go. Let's do this, baby. All right, coming up on the end of day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6? Yeah, day 6 or something like that. Oh God. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. A little more. There we go. Yeah, progress. Yeah, progress has been made. Got the felted area all done. It's all cured. It's fairly nice. Very flat, very uniform. Love that. There's a little bit of sawdust, but that'll just vacuum out. Yeah. We also went ahead and did all of the sanding to make everything nice and flush. Hella flush, hella plush. And then I put on a shit ton of that blackout paint that I got. Painted up the legs as well. Looks pretty clean, I think. I like the look of the black legs. Especially in the future, might do some like gold little pinstripes. Practice those for a while before I do though. This has got to dry overnight before I can give it a quick sand to smooth it out and give it that like nice matte finish that'll just absorb light like it's supposed to. Right now it's a little too glossy for my likes. I'm also going to be getting trim pieces. So some like angled kind of crowned molding bits that are gonna come down here and basically cover up this front edge and then come down just a little ways. Just a little. So it'll make a nicer transition from the tabletop into the play area. I'm also gonna have help to get that up. That thing is heavy. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah. So that's good. I'm gonna take this. I'm going to fucking lug it somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out. Because now for the rest of the night, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all these side pieces. Get all of those done. Yep. These two cuts here are going to be really hard. Because I've got to do 45-degree angled cuts by hand at the, essentially. So we'll figure out how that's gonna go. We'll figure that one out. Might just have to clamp up some guides in a clever way, but it's at least only 2 cuts, so we should be fine. Tally-ho and away we go. Yeah. After that goes in, those are sounded, the molding is in for the trim. The last hard thing is going to be putting all of the plugs in, getting all those cut and put in. And then getting everything sanded one last time, and then it's gonna get a bunch of brie wax. Keep her simple, right? I don't like lacquered finishes either. I like a linseed oil or like a waxed finish, personally. You know, because you can still go in, you can just sand something, like something gets fucked up, you can sand it, then re-wax it, kind of buff it out, and it comes out looking fine. Garbage. Okay, sketchy idea number 800. I'm gonna try to use that to cut these miters. Fuck, I don't know how that's gonna work, but the thing is I've only got this to cut it with because that ain't big enough to reach across this board. So, handsaw for 45-degree miter cut it is. Let's go. Well, that went better than I anticipated. Goddamn, Gina. She's only a little fucked up. Love to see it. Just like that. Just like that. Alrighty, so got one more to go. I got one more. Uno más. And I tell you what, I am a sucker for sand to fit. I'm just gonna take the sander and I'm gonna sand that down till it's flush once I get those in there. And you know what I'm gonna do right after? I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna measure in half width that board. Bump, boom, tap, 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 tap a little copper nail. Just one of these little bad boys. Then sand it down. It'll be just this little tiny copper pin. That'll accent the aluminum quite nicely. I just have to do this one now. Just one more. Just one more. Oh, so close to being done with all this tedious measuring and cutting. And then it sounded super tedious cutting a little plug out of each and every one of these. But I'm making a new jig that'll hopefully make it easier. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that goes. Oh boy, it's a mess in here. It's okay though, it's not even midnight yet. I got plenty of time to get that last panel made, do some cleanup, and then try to cut some plugs. Keyword try. We'll see how that goes. All right, miter cut number 2, and on my last board available. Yay, this should go well. Fuck me. Let's give her a shot. First thing I do is I bump it. God damn. Fuck, I wish I had a better setup. Oh, okay. I'm gonna add something to this to counteract that. All right, make sure we're still square. There, okay, all right. See what happens. Added a backer so that it doesn't want to move on me. Okay, that actually went okay. Had a little bit of corner tear out though, sadly. Yep, a little bit of corner tear out. All right, well, I cut a shitload of those things. 83 to be exact. So 83 of them. I just glued and pushed them all in. Now I'm just gonna kind of tap away some of the excess off the top. I don't really need to, honestly, because these are going to sit overnight. And then tomorrow morning I'm gonna also cut those and put them in. Then I'm gonna go to home ec. I'm gonna get that trim that's gonna go around the outside. I'm gonna sand that down, then put the trim in, and then sand everything to be nice and flush and smooth. Put some, some sawdust and wood glue in there so that those gaps kind of close up slightly, but honestly, they're not that unsightly overall. They're a little bit, but not as bad as they could be. Like this one's really good overall. It's just that corner meetup's pretty fucking ass. So I'll fix that with a chisel or something and go from there. Yeah. This concludes day 6, question mark. Right, Salem? Is it day 6? I don't even know anymore. Something like that. Anyways, moving on. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, another update. I've learned something. So, I was going through sandpaper like a mad cunt because, well, these were sticking up so high that I could get through like 4 of them before I'd have to change a piece of sandpaper. So I went and I got this for like $25, but it puts so much heat into these things that over here, I've since put another one back in and ground it down, but you can see that thing boiled the glue underneath it that wasn't cured, shot it out, and then the wheel kicked it over, and it's fucking gone. I don't know where it went. Who knows? But oh yeah, got the trim on. The final coat of paint looks nice. So got that going on. Just working on whittling these down little mirror, little fuck, but they'll sand out. They'll be fine. So yeah, these ones need some more little to them. But yeah, this wheel's also not doing the best. So I might have to change that out with a different one. But I've gone through quite a lot of them. Like the top's able to almost be finished right about now. I could probably put sandpaper on and buzz the rest of these down in all reality. So I'll probably do that now. Give my knees a break from this thing. God, my knees. All right, well, I'm gonna get back to her. Yeah. Update time. A lot of progress. Oh, baby. Look at that. Get these out of the way. Oh, isn't that nice? I still gotta do the sides. And the sides aren't sanded flush, but I did most of the like crack sealing. Most of, not all, but most. And I would say, well, that's an interesting piece, but I would say satisfactorily. And just look at how nice those inserts came out. Oh, and the felted playing area with the blackout sides and the trim on there. Little copper nails holding it in. It's glued on the back. I mean, gosh, just look at that. Oh, that's nice. I still got to get all the screws in on the underside, which is just a patchwork, let's be honest. But hey, she'll do, you know what I'm saying? It just needed to make it rigid and patch all these little pieces of weird plywood together to make that shape to glue up to. And yeah, it'll do. It'll do. Oh, that was an 8. Not ideal. Ooh, much better. So yeah, I'm going to continue fastening the bottom side of the play area and get this garage cleaned up for the last bit of work tomorrow, which is sanding down the sides, getting all of those little plugs nice and flush. Then we'll be on to getting the wax coat on and then getting it moved to my dorm, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. To be honest, I'm not holding my breath. We'll see what we can do, though. We'll see what we can do. I've pulled off crazier in the past, so I think it'll work. But yeah, tomorrow, the last bit of work will be getting, I thought I saw something. We'll be getting done on this thing. Yeah. Like a TLDR on how I did this. I basically put 3 or 4 thick coats on, let it cure. It was really lumpy. Then I sanded it, and then I put one final thin coat to just shine her up. And boy, it just wipes off with a rag. Like freaking, man, that looks much worse on camera than it does in person. But all the little knots that I don't have time to fill, or the materials. But for the most part, it's just immaculate. But it wipes off like a dry erase board, any dust that gets on it. But yeah, so nice. Alrighty, well, I've cleaned up a little bit, and let's get the sawdust off the cameras. There we go. Yeah, cleaned up a little bit. I've managed to get the little plugs sanded down nice and flush. I didn't polish up the side ones as much because people aren't really looking directly at them as much, but the tops I did. And we've started waxing. It just looks awesome with the wax on there, I tell you what. Beautiful. So yeah, just buffing it in with a paper towel. Wood grain's taking it up just fine. Yep. It'll come out looking great. Like really great. All right, so the table's basically done. I had to make a modification though. I know I said it was done my last little snippet, but it wasn't gonna fit in the room. It wasn't gonna fit. It was like just a foot off from fitting. So I had to make a drastic choice. I had to chop it right there. Ka-chop. But it actually kind of looks dope if you look at it, you know, from where the players sit. It's actually kind of sick. Got a little cubby in there now too, for like extra notes, and a little surface up here for my laptop to sit. You know, all the dice and shit can be rolled down there and what have you. And gonna definitely flip these around, but yeah. I was gonna give her a quick sanding where I cut and move on from there. Tomorrow it's gonna get moved. I got the truck reserved and got these to hold open doors while we hoist this big old bitch up to where it belongs. Yep. Alrighty, well, time to move this thing. Got a truck. A little Isuzu something or other. It gave me like a 10-foot bed. It's kind of nice because it's just a little bit narrower than this table is crossways, so they'll just load her on there flat and not have to go vertical on the side, which is something I was kind of sketching me out. I figure out how to get that tied down, but I've got 4 straps. Should be plenty. We'll make it work, seeing as I can just go right down through there to get to them. Yeah, it'll work out just fine, I think. It's just gonna be a matter of getting Pettingill over here so that we can take these legs off, which is we're gonna use the sawhorses for. Probably gonna take those with me, admittedly, to make setting it up in the dorm just that much easier. Yep. Do believe that's how we're gonna go about this. I do believe. Use these, get the legs off. Bob's your uncle, we're good. I also made a little dice tray. This guy gets sanded. I'm gonna do that while I wait for Ting-Tangles to get here. Fingers crossed this goes as well. Well, it got here. Only a little. We did end up busting that. Should look like that, looks like that. But it was a pretty clean break overall. So it'll glue back up. It'll be all right. We'll make it all right. Yeah, I got the legs. This. Just gotta get up in that building now. It's gonna take up almost my entire room, but worth.
Just what you've done with your channel and the videos that you've put out on a day-to-day basis.
It's
like, you guys have worked your asses off. Not only on those videos, but like you guys have done so
Look
much.
at that.
You guys have made games together. You guys have done music videos. You guys have done.
All it has to do is scoot out about a foot and a half, 2 feet. You got a DM space and enough room for 8 players.
Your career, and you have touched so many people's
It's going to go
lives.
this way a little bit more once
So many people
that
on a day-to-day basis
is underneath.
And directly from me, I just want to say
It's amazing.
Thank you guys for everything.
I spent $800 and about 106 or 7 hours building this
where I am
on Leaf.
today.
And it's done. I bit off almost too much to chew with this project. It was the hardest creative project I've ever done. 12 16-hour days for like 8 days straight. And then moving it alone was tough. It took 3 of us to get it up those 3 flights of stairs into this room. But it's in. It looks good. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hosting a D&D one-shot maybe this weekend on it. Give it its inaugural game, so to say. If you plan to do something like this, like what I did, do better than a napkin scrawling in the back of a notebook that literally is just a shape with some dimensions, and give yourself plenty of time and over budget. I did not budget it properly. I did not give myself enough days. There were not enough days to get this thing done comfortably. I am recovering from this project. I know it was very long format and very little editing, but you know, I figured that was the way to do it. Just let you see everything I recorded and how I got through this project. I will probably not be doing another video like this for a long time, but hey, if I could do it, you probably could too. You just need the space, the tools. Even then, they don't need to be great tools. Space, time, sheer fucking willpower. It'll happen. So